Hey, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to girls high school hockey. It's the round of 16 for the MIAA tournament, the game between the home Dennis-Yarmouth Dolphins against the visiting Norwell Scituate and Abington team. And I'm your host, Jim Dorman. We're on the Abington Community Access and Media channel, of course, bringing you the action. We're gonna figure we talk a little bit before while the teams warm up and before the national anthem. And both teams are on the ice. We've got the similar uniforms and a lot of green out there. So make sure you know that the NSA team, which includes 5 Abington girls, has a blue, dark blue jerseys, the away team, and the home Dennis-Yarmouth team has the white jerseys. Again, this is the round of 16, so both teams are coming off wins. We'll get some loud warm-up music. I hope you can hear if you're tuned in at this point. But of course, NSA is coming off a win, a 2-0 win against Gloucester earlier this week. To move on to this round, which is a great move of last year, not gotten beyond the preliminary round. So this is a big deal, certainly for NSA. Coach Tori Dinger and her crew. Let's see, we haven't seen who's going to be the starting netminder, but again, it was a 2-0 win with our Abington girl Cadence Dion in the net, and looks like she's in the net right now for warm-ups first. So they've been alternating throughout the year between Cadence Dion and Caitlin Burke, but after the shutout in the playoffs, perhaps looks like they're going to go with Cadence Dion in the net. And now the Dennis-Yarmouth Dolphins won their first game. They're from the Cape and Islands League, and they won the league. They're ranked 7th overall in Division II. I should have mentioned NSA is ranked 10th. So this is two close teams, 7 and 10. Dennis-Yarmouth getting the home call. So Dennis-Yarmouth beat Norwood earlier this week, 1-0. So both teams have not let up a goal yet in the tournament. And both teams, obviously they have shutouts for both of their goalies. The Dennis-Yarmouth goalie is Sammy Precourt. And if I read this right, she's class of 2030. That would make her an 8th grader, I think. So that's pretty outstanding. And in the previous meeting between these two teams, there was a 1-1 tie on January 17th, a non-league matchup. So what can get closer than that? We have a tie in their previous meeting. They're ranked really closely in Division II for the tournament. Of course, it's a home game for the Dennis-Yarmouth team. But so we'll see what happens. NSA is known for its strong defensive core, having a unified culture between the 3 schools, Norwell, Scituate, and Abington. I think they have 9 Norwell girls, 7 Scituate girls, and 5 Abington girls. Don't hold me to that, but that's about the breakdown on the team. Very quick and competitive. Outstanding defense. They get Maddie Cantor as their top goal scorer, number 13, is everywhere, usually in games, but I think to be effective tonight, there's definitely going to have to be good team play for the NSA team. The Dennis-Yarmouth team is known for Sammy Precourt's elite goaltending. I think she's an 8th grader. That's a lot of pressure for an 8th grader, but then again, Cadence Dion's only a 9th grader, so that's pretty impressive for both these young ladies with the way they've played in the season and in the playoffs thus far. Dennis-Yarmouth, even though they win the league, they take an underdog mentality. to all their games, and especially here in the tournament game. Their coach, get the name for you here. Coach is Colleen Myers. Assistant coaches Stefan Napolitan, Tom Myers, and Aubrey Bashan. Of course, Norwell Situate Abington has Norwell product Victoria Dinger with assistants Renee Mahoney and Emma Breen. Again, this is a co-op. You got two co-op teams. It's not just Dennis-Yarmouth, really. Let me give you the rundown there for that on the schools. Just a moment. So this is the Dennis-Yarmouth team is a co-op between Dennis-Yarmouth, St. John Paul, and Cape Cod Academy. With the NSA co-op, this would be really a step forward, especially if they can make it past this round of 16. Be quite an achievement. So both teams. Dennis-Yarmouth actually made it to the round of 16 last year, but that's as far as they got. Sure, I remember what happened. Oh, they lost to Milton in the round of 16 last year. Milton, one of the top teams, Division II. So I think both teams are in a position where they want to move forward. We'll see how it matches up. I'm going to go out on a limb. If I'm going to guess, we'll go for a 3-2 win for the NSA team. How about that? I'm usually wrong, though. But goals were hard to come by in their last meeting. They've had some common opponents, I believe. Yeah, both had very close games with Sandwich. I think the NSA tied Sandwich. And being in their league, Dennis-Yarmouth, the Dolphins, have played them 3 times. And they beat them 5-4. 4-3 and 4-0. They might have lost one of those, but anyway, so. All right, we'll listen to the announcer.
This afternoon, your Dolphins take on NSA. Starting lineups for NSA on defense, number 14, Natasha Mikas. On defense, number 18, Kendall Leary. At left wing, number 12, Kaylin Bonner. At right wing, number 13, Maddie Cantor. At center, number 11, Caroline Gibbons. And at net, number 30, Cadence Dion.
All right, the team. The teams are ready. I'm your host, Jim Dorman, Abington Community Access and Media. Team's just doing their final preparations. Jim Dorman here with Dave Bowen on the camera. Kevin Tachi, our executive producer, ready to bring you this hockey action from Tony Kent Arena in Dennis, Massachusetts. Coaches giving their final instructions before the game gets underway. Our NSA girls are in the dark blue jerseys. The Dennis-Yarmouth Dolphins in the white home uniforms. The referee is ready with center ice. You heard the starting lineup there. Caroline Gibbons taking the face off, gets into the Dolphin zone with the NSA team applying the pressure early on. Puck goes out of bounds, out of play. So we're gonna get a face off in deep in the Dolphin zone. Get things going as a result of some of that early pressure, and Maddie Cantor's gonna take the face off. Back on D, we got Kendall Leary and Natasha Mikas in close to the net. Puck is getting jammed and finds its way in the net. Past the goaltender pre-court, a little extra pressure, and Carolyn Gibbons leading the line. She was the one who was able to poke it through when pre-court was unable to get a hold of it, and her defenders were unable to clear it away, but NSA puts the pressure on. 14:38 to go in this first period. Less than 1 minute into the 22 seconds into the period. NSA off to a 1-goal lead. I told you goals are hard to come by. Maybe I was wrong. All right, in comes the Dolphins, trying to move it across and moving it in deep. Back there, Liz Dow is jousting with a couple of players. Maddie Cantor gets the assist. 22 seconds. Yeah, I wasn't counting right there. I'll have to go back to my math class. All right, so Katie Comerford brings it around, trying to get things back to Liz Dow, who tries to slide it long, but it gets intercepted by number 10, Addie Callaghan. Puck squirts free, and Katie Comerford gets it, and she's going to change now after she dumps it over the blue line. Comes their captain, number 8, Carolyn O'Keefe, trying to move it across the blue line. She gets checked and has to move away as NSA gets the puck, flips up, out of play into the NSA bench. We're going to have a face-off right there. We're trying to get that puck. The referee has it. The teams are lined up. We got 13-15 to go in this opening period. Round of 16. Tasha Mikas skates it. NSA great defense pairs. Right now we got Kendall Leary out there with Natasha Mikas. Make a little opening for Maddie Cantor to try to get by. She's got someone to pass it to. Caroline Gibbons was cruising into the net, just not quite able to get it through. Now the puck is over on the boards right near where the Zamboni goes off. Or Tony Kent Arena. It goes number 22, Riley Precourt, trying to even things up for the Dolphins. Can only guess that she is goaltender Sammy Precourt's sister. And trying to force it out, Maddie Cantor. Maddie Cantor is a junior, has gone over 100 points for the season. Actually, I think if these stats are correct, we'll try it pretty close anyway. Goals, 35 goals and 14 assists for the year. So she's got over 100 points as a junior, which is great. Bodes well for her senior year, but right now we'll focus on this game and her junior year. All right. Allie Kelly moving her across. She's a good skater and good stick handler. She's got it in the corner. She's looking to maybe center. Oh, well, I thought she's going to, but she takes a shot herself, and Precourt takes it in the midsection. Puck is out. Liz Dow tries to bring it on back in, and Katie Comerford was looking for it, but out of her reach. Let's see. Riley Caruso dumped it in for the Dolphins. Coming around the boards and comes around right through the center, but out. Madison Moore curling back. Caroline Gibbons gets it, and now it's back to Liz Dow. Puck caroms around the corner and up through the center. Going for it is Maddie Cantor and Caroline Gibbons. Gibbons almost has it. Cantor does. She's looking for a centering pass. She slides it in the side of the net or Precourt's pad, perhaps. Got through the middle. Let's see. Paige Fowler was unable to control that. Maddie Cantor steps up to try to intercept the pass, gets a piece of it, but the Dolphins end up clearing it in behind the net, trying to get something going. And a great little centering pass to Riley Caruso, but Cadence Dion was there to save that. That was an excellent play by the Dolphins, but even better save by Cadence Dion. Their second game in these playoffs. She's a freshman. All right. A little whacking at the puck over there, trying to get it out. Number 12, that's Kaylin Motter. I want to say Motor, but it's two D's. I don't know. But she's a feisty one. Puck to the corner, and Paige Fowler has it for a second. Back there's Riley Precourt working on it. And Motter tries to get it out. Fowler was trying to get a shot off, but she kind of fanned on it. Here comes Maddie Cantor trying to give and go with herself. Goes all the way in. We're going to call icing. I guess she started that little play with herself a little too soon. So we're going to have a face-off all the way down in the NSA zone. They have a logo on this jersey. It's a combination of the three schools. We got the Clipper Ship, the Sailors, and the Green Wave. Not sure if they call themselves. Norwell's kind of the home for the team. Sometimes we call them the Clippers, but we'll call them the NSA club for now. All right, so there goes Allie Kelly. Opportunistic. It's a wrist shot. Bounces just wide to the right. Sammy Precourt. Game has settled in a little bit, a little back and forth action. More like probably expected. NSA was able to capitalize early with a goal mouth scramble. They're trying to do it again right now, but the puck gets intercepted as a centering pass. Gets intercepted by Aurora Quenville, and then now looks like number 18, Riley Caruso back there, trying to work some magic for the Dolphins. Yeah, and Riley Precourt working together. It's pretty much their first line out there now. Cadence makes a good save there. Cadence Dion on Riley Precourt, who had a little bit of room as she was moving right through the slot area. It's got to be, that's a dangerous spot to give the other team some room, so that NSA's got to watch on that, get somebody on here. This Motter making a nice little tip just to get the puck out of the zone. To go, she gets the puck back and she's getting it over to Comerford. Comerford's going to chase it herself, and she looks like she's going to win that battle maybe. Well, it comes around the boards, but it's a tough one back there. Puck is loose though, right near the net. You never know what's going to happen. Maddie Cantor is back there. She shifts back with it before getting tripped up, and no call for tripping on that, but she went down. So the puck now is coming into the Abington zone. Paige Fowler was trying to center it, went past everyone. Now we get it on the left-hand board. It's going to left-hand corner. So Paige Fowler goes for it back there. She's looks like she's a tall girl. We get the puck clearing out. You know, as I look, she's a few inches above most of the other skaters out there. Good skater, good stick handler. Paige Fowler is like a sophomore. All right, it's NSA controlling the puck for now as they try to break out, but the puck gets intercepted, and Madison Moore had it for a second. Was able to get it to teammate Addie Calican. She dumped it in, but NSA able to regain control. See if anybody learned anything from their previous matchup. I think, as I recall, NSA was going through a period of wins where they were scoring buckets of goals, and then it was kind of quite a different game to come to somebody that neutralized their offensive attack. So I think maybe if they learned anything from that would be they're going to have to work a little harder to get a lot of offense going as Maddie Cantor moves in towards the net. And I think, definitely some preset plays and working hard, good forechecking, centering passes instead of trying to outskate the defense. All right, here comes number 12 is Akira Umbrello. She actually scored the only goal for Dennis-Yarmouth in the previous game. Gets a good shot in there, and Cadence Dion is in position already, and she stops it and controls it and takes the face off with an outstanding save on a dangerous opportunity. I think it was Umbrello taking that shot out front, maybe. Yeah, she's on the right wing over there. So, it's a good sized line. I mean, if you look at Umbrello and Fowler, two good-sized players that are out there with Riley Precourt. This is a line maybe to look out for. We get some of this is our first line out there as well, too. So, and actually, that isn't even their first line, but of course, every team wants a balanced attack. And I think NSA has it as well. I mean, both teams probably skating two lines and four defensemen for the most part. All right, puck moving in, and Motter gets to slide it over, and Cantor was trying to get a shot off, but it got blocked, and now the Dolphins coming back. Paige Fowler was heading in. She couldn't quite control it. and the puck got away from her and slid into Cadence Dion, where she decided she was going to cover that up and take a face-off to her left. Got a decent crowd here for Sunday afternoon. A cold little rink. We're down to, I haven't given you the time in a while, 4:40 in left to go in the first period. As Allie Kelly moves it across the blue line. Hope you're enjoying this girls hockey action. Of course, the boys, Abington boys lost yesterday. I think it was a 3-1 game in the end to Winthrop. Tough game. I think they went into the second period. I wasn't able to be there. Had some other things going on, but I think they went into the third period at the 0-0 score, and then Winthrop was able to get 2 goals, and Abington had some chances towards the end to maybe make it a little tougher, but in the end they had pulled a goalie. Winthrop got the third goal, making it a 3-1 game. So good season for the boys, though, making it to the round of 16. All right, puck's moving around. We got 3:27 to go in the first period, staying in the NSA zone. Caroline Gibbons trying to get it out. She gets chopped away, and this Precourt trying to move it in. Puck gets back out to Elena Manuel, number 4. And Paige Fowler sends it over to Precourt. Precourt's trying to work something in the corner against Liz Dow. And then Maddie Cantor comes back and steals it back. And now she's got a good head of steam with Motter to pass to, but she couldn't quite get it there. So it's broken up, and now Precourt's coming back with it. She's going to wrist it on into the corner before going off for a change. And the new line is out coming down. And they've broken up. And Natasha Mikas got broken up. Now, so the Dolphins are swarming a bit, trying to capitalize on that little interception and turnover. Puck now gets out. Allie Kelly gets it and tips it to herself. We've seen that play a few times today with her and Maddie Cantor, kind of bouncing it off the boards to themselves. And she's right at the goal mouth, trying to get that similar to the goal that Gibbons scored on early on, but no, now we're working it in the corner. Number 7, Ellie Collette, is able to get it out to Riley Caruso, who chases it herself. We got a lot of these passes to ourselves today. I love it. And she's out there again. Paige Fowler is working on it. It sticks up a little bit in the corner. Clearing shot, a wide shot, goes to the left. Cadence Dion. Allie Kelly decides to just send it into the zone for an icing call and relieve the pressure. Back on defense right now, we got Liz Dow and Libby Boras, both captains. Caroline Gibbons taking the face-off. 1:21 left in the first period. Both teams with opportunities, and NSA getting the early goal, 22 seconds into the game. Here comes Caroline Gibbons, flipping it ahead and then chasing it. Seems to be a theme today. I like it. Again. Riley Precourt over to Akira Umbrello. Sends it around. Fowler was looking for it. Out to the point with a wrister from Madison Moore. Goes wide of the net. I think Cadence had a beat on it if it came out of though. All right, this puck is sliding down into the Dolphin zone, but not far enough for icing call. Now we get work back behind the net. We've got several Dolphin players there against Kalen Mauder. Puck just stays in at the blue line, and quick turnaround by Mauder. Hits the side of the net. Madison Moore flips it around. Carolyn O'Keefe's over there. Puck's trying to make its way towards the net, but doesn't make it. And time runs out. With the score is NSA 1, Dennis-Yarmouth Cooperative Team 0. So we're going to take a break while they make the ice. This is Jim Dorman with Dave Bowen on the camera. And we'll see you back for a second period action. If it's anything like the first period, we have some more exciting hockey action for you right here in Dennis. Welcome back to Tony Kent Arena for period 2 of round of 16 action here in Dennis-Yarmouth, where the NSA team is taking on the home Dennis-Yarmouth Dolphins. The NSA team taking the ice right now, and the dark blue jerseys out to an early lead, 22 seconds in, with a Caroline Gibbons goal. And since then, it's been a lot of action up and down. Hard to say who has more shots. I don't have the stats. I keep asking Dave Bowen to get me the shot stats, but I guess he's got too much else to do with the camera work and other things, bringing you this action. But we'll see if there's any changes right now. We got Cadence Dion of Abington, the freshman, going into her net down on the right-hand side. We're going to face off to get things going. Everybody's in position. Of course, this is Jim Dorman on Abington Community Access and Media Channel. And the face-off is now controlled by Abby Precourt. Excuse me, Riley Precourt, made that name up. All right, back to get it is Elena Manuel. She's sending it in. Of course, the Dolphins would love to get on the board and tie things up. They're down 1 to the NSA team. Both teams have had good chances. The goaltending has been good. As I mentioned earlier in the first games, both teams didn't let up any goals. So good goaltending, good defense, but that puck's going to make it out of the zone. We got a little battle for it. Maddie Cantor's putting the pressure on Ellie Collette back there. Ellie gets it, sends it back at the boards, but back to get it there is Kaylin Amater, and she sends it back in, and NSA is able to keep it in for a moment, but then it flies out of play into the NSA goal, but Caitlin Burke was there ready with her gloves and helmet just in case, got by her a little bit, but she was able to get that for the referee, and then we have a face-off down to the left of Sammy Precourt, number 1 for the Dolphins. He's an 8th grader, but is definitely been their star goalie. To check a second source on that. 8th grade, that's awfully young. They got her listed as, all right. Hold on, we got Allie Kelly coming across the line, and she's going to get a wrist shot. Just kind of slides off the side of the post. She had a good head of steam there. Yep, Tammy Precourt. They got a class of 2030. Number 10, Addie Calcan, was able to get a hold of it. Now back to Carolyn O'Keefe. She slides through, and Maddie Cantor forces the issue and steals the puck. She's going right in alone. Sammy Precourt goes down and makes a save and covers up. Good opportunistic move by Maddie Cantor. She does that, steals the puck, and then next thing you know, she's flying right in on her own. But Precourt was ready and take the face off. to her right, our left. And now Maddie Cantor taking the face off for NSA. Tries to get it over to Mater, but up steps Akira Umbrello. And we got Fowler out there. I like this line for the Dolphins. They just get good-sized skaters, and they can skate. So there goes Fowler with a move around the back of the net. They keep the puck in, and now it goes back. See if our strong defensive pair out there right now is Kendall Leary. But there's a Fowler steals, takes a shot. Cadence Dion, no problem. Takes it, and she's going to take the face off. Defense pair is going to change. Micus and Leary off. Boris and Dow on. Back to get it, Liz Dow, Abington senior captain. She switches direction. Mater tries to get it, but she can't get to it. Puck is right out front for Precourt. She can't quite get the handle on it to get the goal in on, or a shot in on Cadence Dion. And NSA decides it's best to clear this out while we get things sorted out. They get a line change. It's the second line led by Katie Comerford. The defense pair, Micus is back out with Leary. Crowd's trying to get everybody excited. We're down to 11:49 in the second period. Puck's jammed up, but Allie Kelly can just about try to get the handle on. She does. As two players try to force her to the boards. And that's enough to give the Dolphins the puck back. But now we've got Mike is coming in right through the center, and she's going to clear on. She's a good skater. She's going to look for a centering pass. Back to cover for her is Allie Kelly. They're good like that. Help each other out. Jocelyn back in front. Lila Gates was there. She's trying to get the puck right now behind the net. And then the referee's going to let them work it out until it squirts loose somewhere. Liz Dow keeping it in at the point. She decides to bank it in off the boards in behind the net, and hopefully one of her forwards can get it. But instead, number 3, Madison Moore, takes it out on her own. Now we got a little holding call on Liz Dow, it looks like. So sometimes when you force the offense like the Dolphins just were, that's what can relate in oh, I'm sorry. She was heading towards the box, but it's Micus is going out, number 14. So we got a power play with 10:42 to go in the second period. Great opportunity for the Dolphins to get that tying goal as NSA is up 1-0. And the Dolphins win the face-off. Maddie Cantor gets a hold of it, and she's going to try to slide it. Doesn't make it all the way out. She gives it a good bang, but now the Dolphins have it, and they're working it, they do work it out front, but there's no one there to collect it. Great shot by Paige Fowler. Back, it just goes wide, and now Ellie Collette is working it over to Akira Umbrello. Back to Collette, and short glove of Cadence Dion is there to stop it for another face-off. We're down to 1:17 on the power play for the Dolphins. But so Maddie Cantor taking the face off. We get the two number 13s there. Fowler against Cantor. All right, so Collette takes a shot towards the net, goes wide, just wide. They keep getting those low, difficult stops, shots goal. That's a high one though. From Fowler. Puck is loose. Everybody's working for it, so you gets it. If I'm sure the Dolphins would love to, if they get a quick one there, that would be a tough place to shoot from. But NSA is able to clear it out of the zone. We're down to 37 seconds on this power play. Back to get it. It's Captain Carolyn O'Keefe, but Maddie Cantor intercepts it, and she's back there by herself pretty much, but keeps the puck in Dolphin zone until they can just now break it out as the other players back off. Comerford back there, back checking, pre-court. Puck caroms off maybe even Fowler and all the way out of the zone, and down to 3 seconds on the penalty, so that's going to go by the boards for the power play, although the Dolphins are bringing it into the zone for another chance. And they have to back off and bring it back to center ice. Aurora Quenville sends it in. Puck is cleared out by NSA, and the Dolphins are going to try to, and they do, they clear it back in behind the net and then go for it. Try to create some offensive. They got three players in tight. This is kind of dangerous. A little wraparound. And Dion is just able to get her pad on that and get the face-off right at the goal mouth, right at her left. Fantastic, because that was, as I said, that was you can see a dangerous situation developing there, and Dion is just staying right with it. So good on her. There's a face-off that Micus was able to take for the NSA, and she's going to try to bring it up the right-hand boards as the Dolphins step up, but it gets out. And now it's a big move in right front. Oh, great save by Sammy Precourt. Keep that out of the net on the breakaway by Gibbons. Fantastic, good move by her, and honestly, Precourt wasn't sure if she had it. She was squeezing the pads together, but she did have it. So that was a stellar opportunity for the NSA team, opportunistic after the power play, turn right back to the offense. So good move there. This is an exciting action. We're halfway through the game with NSA leading 1-0 in a previous non-league game earlier this year. It was 1-1. We'll see what happens for the rest of this game. Both teams have had fantastic offensive opportunities, but the goaltenders have been equal to the task, except for that early one that just found its way into the net for NSA to give them the 1-0 lead with 22 seconds into the period. Okay, Cantor is trying to, her stick gets caught up in one of the players there, but she gets caught up in the puck now. Back with it is Paige Fowler against the entire NSA team pretty much. She's still working it. She's still working hard back there. Puck comes around and Elena Manuel's going to get it. She tries to flick it towards the center. Fowler there, and also Kira Umbrello. Puck, Elena Manuel slid it in, and no one could get a hold of it there. I don't know. Fowler tries to get it. Puck is not going to come out. Gets blocked by Cantor. That was Ellie Collette's shot that got blocked. Several good chances for a good shot from the Dolphins does not result in one, but now they're going in deep. Puck caroms off Dion's glove, I think, and it goes behind the net. Not quite out of the zone, and The Dolphins can smell blood here, and they're going to force a penalty with all that offensive pressure. And Maddie Cantor's going to go out for a trip. She gets involved in a lot of the action, so not only does she get a lot of goals, she gets a decent amount of penalties too. So we're gonna have a timeout here with 5:49 left in the second period, and NSA is taking the timeout to talk about how they're going to approach this man down, person down, girl down situation. And I think the Dolphins definitely want to discuss their offense. This is the second power play opportunity within a few minutes here. I'm sure they've been I just get sensing they've been swarming around the net, trying to get that good shot off. Dion has been making some good saves, but just for the last few minutes, they've been having NSA kind of run around in their own end a little bit. Not that they aren't opportunistic in getting their own offensive opportunities as Gibbons proved with a breakaway, but the Dolphins have definitely been creating some dangerous situations with their skating and pressure, and now they have a person advantage. There we go, 5:49 power play opportunity. Back to Ellie Collette, gets a nice pass over to Carolyn O'Keefe, but that gets intercepted by Allie Kelly, and a nice interception and a clear. Good job by Kelly. So forcing the Dolphins to work hard to get it just out of their own zone, but Paige Fowler comes with it just to get ahead of steam, moving it up to Precourt. Umbrello moving towards the goal mouth, looking for a pass. She takes it. Perfect position, but I think Dion was able to get it with her pad, but now it's back out. Good block by Mikis on Umbrello. Precourt tries to take a shot. That gets blocked. They move it out to the points. Shot from the point gets blocked. NSA doing a great job of getting their bodies in the way of these shots or blocking off. But here comes Precourt now, because she's almost she's getting some help, but plenty of defense back there. They control the puck though. That was a tough one. Ellie Collette took a nice wrist shot, and Dion had already gone down. Almost went over her head there, but it was wide. Precourt with it in the corner. O'Keefe gets it out to Fowler at the point. She takes a dart of a wrister. Dangerous. I mean, she's got a good wrist shot there. All right. Collette to Fowler. Fowler's going to try that wrist shot again. Mikis grabs it, and she bangs it around the boards, and Collette was able to keep it in, but Kelly got a piece of it, and then might have been Comerford might have cleared it, but anyway, it's cleared, and the penalty is over. So NSA survives despite some fantastic chances and a really strong power play for the Dolphins. And they are coming right back at it, trying to get a center in pass or a wraparound situation. And the puck is right in front. And Maddie Cantor out of the box is able to get a hold stick of it. She's going to stick handle her way out of the zone. She's got two line mates. She's crossing the blue line. And she decides to go all the way in. Puck is loose out front of the net. Trying to get a whistle, and they do. Again, Maddie Cantor had her two line mates there, but she opted to skate it all the way in by herself, and results in a face-off to the left of Sammy Precourt. pretty good shot she got off. I think would have liked to seen her get a good pass off and maybe go for a rebound. But I'm not coaching. All right, puck's coming in on pre-court. She's going to take another face-off. We're down to 2:53 in the second period. Still 1-0 NSA from that early goal, Caroline Gibbons. Cantor's working for it in the corner, but out comes the Dolphins. And that was Aurora Quenville, number 17, carrying the puck for them. Cantor gets it. She's got help. Caroline Gibbons to her left, but she elects to take it all the way in by herself. And the referee is signaling perhaps a trip or something like that on number 18, Kendall Leary. So Maddie Cantor, by kind of forcing the issue, results in a penalty and a power play. It's penalty to Dennis-Yarmouth and a power play for NSA, Norwell, Situate, Abington. Okay, we got, Caitlin Motter took that face off down there. See, roughing. Turn it up. All right, face off ends up getting cleared out of the zone. NSA trying to get it back in. They do. Maddie Cantor's got it out there on the right wing, and she loses control of it, and Fowler, wastes no time in clearing that puck as soon as he jumped on that opportunity. Love that. Now we got Allie Kelly trying to move it in. Let's see if they can get some kind of power play movement. A high shot by Kelly and high and wide. Mike is looking to see what she wants to do. She gives it into Cantor. Cantor tries to get a shot through some legs, and that gets blocked. Back to get it is Micus. She curls it around for Cantor. Cantor's going to try to get it up to Gibbons. She does. And Libby Boris was down there. It was up there, the defender on the power play, but she's back at defense now. Now Maddie Cantor has it. Down to 1 minute left, 39 seconds on the power play. NSA trying to get a goal before the end of this period with a good opportunity. We've got a couple of players out front. Centering pass, it gets blocked. Micus' shot. Now we got a wrist shot that gets blocked. They kick it in. Let's keep it in. Puck came over to Cantor. Her shot goes over the net. Unable to really control the pass. Still working on it. Down to penalty is over. Great pass out to Cantor. She fired. She was at home just as the penalty got over. Cantor receives the pass right out front. Wastes no time in sliding it into the net. A perfect pass and goal situation. So just what they wanted. 12 seconds to go in this first period. NSA goes up 2-0. It's a great pass, and we'll wait to see if it was Allie Kelly. All right. Puck goes down to the corner. See if we get an announcement on that before the end of the period. And there goes the buzzer.
NSA goal scored by number 13, Maddie Cantor. Assisted by number 50, Allie Kelly.
Yes, Allie Kelly with the assist.
7, Libby Morris.
So fortuitous, the power play had just ended, and the NSA kept the foot on the pedal, the offense, to get that second goal. They're going to go into the period with a 2-goal lead. We hope you'll stick with us for the last period of this round of 16 game. We know it's going to be a close one. So this is Jim Dorman here with Dave Bowen on the camera work. We'll be back for third period action after they clean the ice. We watch the Zamboni cruise around for a while. Stay with us if you like watching the Zamboni. All right, we're back for third period action here at Dennis-Yarmouth, the Tony Kent Arena. Round of 16 between NSA in the blue jerseys and the home Dennis-Yarmouth team. It's 2-0 in favor of NSA. So we got a big period ahead for both teams to see who's going to come out on top and move on to the round of 8. Got a shot from the point from Ellie Collette. Maddie Kent is scoring with just a few seconds to go, about 12 seconds to go in the second period to give NSA a 2-goal lead. Hard-fought 2-goal lead with the Dolphins having a couple of power play situations in the second period that they were unable to capitalize, but had gotten a lot of great opportunities. But then following that, NSA was able to get a power play themselves, which did not result in a goal. But once the penalty, as the power play just gotten over, Allie Kelly, terrific centering pass to Maddie Cantor, who didn't waste any time in sliding it into the net past Sammy Precourt. Of course, Carolyn Gibbons had an early goal, very early, 22 seconds into the first period. So that's where it stands right now. With 13:21 left in the third period. Face off in the Dolphins' end. Katie Comerford taking it. Kind of gets it over to the side, but the Dolphins end up coming away with it. Lexi McCarthy, number 14, she gets it out, but puck is sliding back into the corner. Back to get it is Carolyn O'Keefe. The Dolphins must be a bit frustrated with having a lot of good offense and not being able to capitalize and actually going down another goal. So they want to get off to a good start. They move it in. O'Keefe is all the way behind the net. So far, anything they have been able to get at Cadence, Dion she's handled. A lot of good glove saves, a lot of good covering up. She's solid. Starting her second game in the MIAA playoffs for the NSA squad. And Dennis-Yarmouth keeps it in. Got this line out there with Paige Fowler and Kira Umbrella. Fowler's going down to take the face off on a clear icing call with Riley Precourt. I guess this is the, I think I might have called it the second line, but this line is the first line. You got Precourt, Fowler, and Umbrello. And they're trying to set up. Puck gets it, slides in quick Cadence did not have the glove on it, but the referee goes for the quick whistle to the advantage of NSA as the puck had kind of slid out back towards the front of the net. But we're going to whistle to Cadence's right. 11:55 left in the game. Micus bangs it back into the corner. Precourt gets a hold of it and tries to slide it towards the center, but it gets out to a point where Manuel flicks it in. It's now in the corner, and Fowler's trying to work it. Umbrello is trying to work it, but out comes Gibbons, backhands it into the corner. Collette back there to get it. Puck gets all the way out of the zone. Liz Dow tried to step up to get it. After everybody clears, she jams it into the corner, and Collette fires it around behind the net. Up steps Libby Boris. Keep the puck in the zone, but out comes the Dolphins. Fowler crossing the blue line. NSA doesn't want to give the Dolphins any life here if they can help it. An early goal by the Dolphins could swing the momentum their way. It's going to be offsides there. 10:33, so we're almost completed the first 5 minutes of the third period. No goals in the third period. Of course, 2-0 NSA. Katie Comerford taking the face off, but it goes back. 21, that's Grace O'Shaughnessy in there trying to keep the puck in. She's successful at it for a moment, and enough that right now, well, puck changes hands, changes possession a couple of times. Madison Moore clears it in, but it was not icing. Allie Kelly looking to receive a pass there, but she can't get a hold of that. Puck goes in behind the net. Out to Moore, and she's looking to take just a wrist shot. Karam's off a few people and is bouncing right by the face-off circle. Comerford gets a hold of it, tries to make a centering pass. Kelly gets it, clears it in. We're going to have a line change. Out comes the first line with Cantor. Cantor steps up and keeps the puck in the zone for the moment. And Comerford sends it in before going off herself. So NSA is going to be happy with success so far in this game. A lot of, the work is not done, but up 2 goals. The last time these teams met, it was tied up. Playing excellent. NSA's been playing excellent defense. Let's put it that way. We don't want to talk about how many goals have been scored on them so far. Jinx anything for anyone, but we got a clearing icing on the Dolphins. We're going to bring it all the way back to the right of Sammy Precourt. The battle of 13s down there with Cantor and Fowler. See who wins the face-off. Face-offs are important. Looks like we're going to give that one to Cantor. She jammed it right over to her left wing, and the puck stays in. Out comes Precourt. The other Precourt. We got 22, the forward is Riley Precourt. And of course the goalie, Sammy Precourt. Puck is moving around inside the NSA zone. It's off a leg, goes out almost to the point. NSA happy to clear that nice and slowly, but it looks like it's going to make it. icing is the call. 8:19 to go in this game. I'm sure Dennis-Yarmouth would like to mount more of an offensive attack so far than they have been, but the defense and goaltending and forechecking and backchecking have all been pretty good so far in this third period. There were some opportunities in the second period, or excuse me, there were periods where the Dennis-Yarmouth was really taking it to the NSA girls, but they didn't come away with anything on the scoreboard for their efforts. Difference could be certainly penalties, power play situations could affect how things go here in the last 7 minutes and 46 seconds. So we're almost halfway through though. Third period, excuse me. We're in almost to the second half of the third period. And Maddie Moore clearing it in. Game kind of slowing down a little bit for the time, but NSA happy to collect the rebounds and control the puck and try to get it out, but so far it's staying in, and Dennis-Yarmouth is looking to centering pass gets blocked, but they're still working on it back in the corner. That was Addie Calican, number 10, I believe. Battle at the blue line with Moore and Kelly. Moore comes away with it, but the puck does go back. It's in the neutral zone. Moore is staying with it all the way into the corner behind the net. She tries to slide it out front, but that gets blocked by Gibbons. Back to the point. Little wrister from O'Keefe. Puck gets cleared all the way. We're going to get an icing call on that one as NSA decides to get it out of their zone. So far, I guess we'll say that they've been effective at killing some time with a 2-goal lead. Time is not on Dennis-Yarmouth's side, down to 6:17 in the game. Libby Boris back there to get it. Tries to get it around the boards, but it comes out to Elena Manuel, who put it right on net, but Dion easily saves it because she was ready. We've had a series of icings from NSAs. They've been happy, kind of content to do that, I guess, to get control of the puck and then clear it if they need to. But it does give Dennis-Yarmouth exactly what they need, which is face-offs in the NSA zone. So Fowler, she does not win the face-off. Well, it does go to Precourt, though, so we'll say maybe she did win the face-off. So Fowler has it. She's looking to create some opportunity out front. Micus gets a hold of it, passes it up to Motter, who bangs it off the boards, and able to dump it in the zone. And Motter was after doing some forechecking there. Micus back to get it. She's going to get control as Dennis-Yarmouth goes for the change. Going to head right in and try to get the puck back in. They dump it in. Ellie Collette wristed it in, so here's a chance, hard-fought chance for the Dolphins. Collette wristed it in, but gets out to Cantor. Had a little daylight for a second, but Collette back to neutralize that and stop it. She gets it back into the NSA zone. Pass it around behind the net. Down to 444. Tough to say for us Boston natives. Speaking of that, number 4 has the puck back there. Elena Manuel. Manuel has it again. She sends it up to her winger, Captain Riley Caruso. Now Libby Boris has it for NSA, and the puck caroms in to Precourt, leaves it off for her defenseman Colette. Now we got a wraparound opportunity, doesn't quite make it there. Over to the boards. Caruso now behind the net. Down to less than 4 minutes in the game. And Dennis-Yarmouth has been frustrated so far in their efforts to get serious offense going. They've definitely had it in the zone, but NSA has clogged up the middle, not giving them anybody to pass it to, and let them kind of skate around the periphery until they're able to regain control of the puck, and then they do, and then they either just clear it or kind of skate around like right now. Like there's a good pass up from Comerford to Kelly, and Kelly dumps it in, forcing the Dolphins to try to regroup, but they can't get the outlet pass. So Cantor gets the puck, and she takes a nice wrister that goes wide of the net. And then she intercepts the pass coming out. Now she's got it. She takes another one. Another pass goes wide on the other side of the net. Mike sends it in around as NSA goes for, some of the players anyway, go for a change. But now it's gives a little daylight for Precourt. And she's going down the left-hand side. She's looking to see if she's got anybody to pass it to. She's getting checked closely by Cantor. Now, and centering pass gets intercepted, and now here comes Gibbons. Gibbons shoots it in on Precourt, goes after her for her own rebound, and then she gets pushed into the side of the net after the shot activity. Referee's not going for that. Not going to call anything at this point with 2:29 left in the game. We got a timeout. I'm not sure what he said, but I think it's timeout. I would guess Dennis-Yarmouth. So we're listening to some Jerry Lee Lewis. I love it when the rinks play the old time, music. Being an old time guy myself. This is really old time though, but you gotta love Jerry Lee despite any personal issues. Well, I don't, you don't have to love him, but he was a good piano player, good entertainer. Maybe he married his cousin, Left us a few years ago, the ripe old age of 80-something. Well, let's see. What will teams come up with 2:29 left to get us start thinking about maybe trying to get an extra attacker if you're Dennis-Yarmouth, perhaps. Maybe not quite yet. I don't know. When are you going to do that? You got to get 2 goals. But so far in this period, they haven't been able to really keep the puck in the NSA zone and it really mount. They haven't really gotten a lot of offense, so dangerous opportunities. But now is the time to get those, and so we'll see. We'll have to watch Sammy Precourt to see if she stays in the net as the puck rushes up over the blue line. She's not making any movements. We got a whistle in the NSA zone to the left of Cadence Dion. And they're going for it. There she goes. They're going to go for the extra attacker with 2:14 left and 2 goals needed, which gives them a little extra chance, but also gives NSA a chance to seal this one with an empty net goal. And they may get a little too excited about that. That puck's going to come in on Cadence Dion. She's going to go down on one knee at least, both knees, and take the face off. 2:06 to go in the game. With the Dolphins having 6 attackers. They win the face-off. Shot gets blocked. That might have hit something. It definitely clanged off something. I might have hit the crossbar or the post. I'm not sure. That was pre-court down there. Now we got they're moving along. They do exactly what they want to do to get at least one goal. Puck slides in, gets blocked though. Dolphins able to keep it in. We're down to 138 as pre-court works behind the net. Of course, Riley pre-court. Puck gets cleared. They're calling icing on that one, even though I thought maybe one of the Dennis-Yarmouth girls touched it on the way by. But another face-off. We still got the empty net back there for the Dolphins. They've been controlling the puck. They've got their top skaters out there, plus Aurora Quenville, 17. Not saying she's not a top one, but she's not on the usual line right there, so I think she's the extra attacker on this line. Back to Colette. Colette slides it all the way over to Precourt, and Precourt just fires it, sends it towards the net, but it gets intercepted. The puck's the side of the net. 1 minute to go. Fowler gets it back. That's O'Keefe, wristed it in. So they control the puck like a power play. Right in close. Jousting for it, but time is running out, 41 seconds. Cadence Dion got it maybe about the side of the net. She's unable to control it. Puck goes into the left-hand corner. Comerford backhanded up. Carolyn Gibbons going in, trying to go by herself, gets broken up. Down to 22 seconds to go. Puck behind the net. Puck comes right out to number 12 there was Akira Umbrello, and she had a good opportunity. Well, we got down to 7 seconds. They've had some good, Dennis-Yarmouth's had some great opportunities, but they really needed to score maybe about 40 seconds ago. So let's go to call this one, less barring any, I don't know, can they score 2 goals in 7 seconds? I don't think so. So this is really quite a big win for the NSA team, taking this round of 16 game against the home Dennis-Yarmouth, and Cadence Dion with their shutout, the second shutout. She hasn't allowed a goal in the playoffs as her teammates come out to celebrate with her, and the Dennis-Yarmouth go out to congratulate each other on a good season. We knew it was going to be a close game. There was a kind of very early goal, unexpectedly so, by Carolyn Gibbons, and then a later goal just after a power play by Maddie Cantor. Up and down action throughout the game. There were definitely periods where Dennis-Yarmouth had a lot of offense going with their excellent first line. So fantastic hockey here at the Tony Kent Arena. This is Jim Dorman with Dave Bowen on the camera work for you. Hope you enjoyed watching the game here. We'll see you next time on Abbott's Community Access and Media when NSA is moving on to the round of 8. And that's just fantastic for the program. So stay tuned to find out when that game will be. We'll bring it to you.